name is Ted Smith. I'm the general manager and author of Hempology 101. And this video is a short video, part of a larger series on the history of cannabis as written about in my textbook. And so if you want to check out more, you can go to hempology.ca. I publish a newspaper, the Cannabis Digest. You can check that out too. But today's short video here is focused on the anointing oil as referred to in the Bible. And so it appears right in Exodus, where Moses was told by God the exact formula to use. And so I'll quote that here. It's in Exodus 30:22. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Take the following fine spices, 500 shekels of liquid myrrh, half as much of fragrant cinnamon, 250 shekels of fragrant cane, 500 shekels of cassia, all according to the sanctuary shekel, and a hind of olive oil. Make these into a sacred anointing oil, a fragrant blend, the work of a perfumer. It will be the sacred anointing oil." And so this was the formula that God told Moses to use. And as you heard, it said fragrant cane was one of the things to include. Most other translations will say bosom, though there's no known plant, bosom, historically, and it's hard for historians to pin down exactly what that means, unless of course you consider cannabis, because linguistically the two are connected, and it's quite clear to many of us that this plant that is referred to here, the spice, is in fact the cannabis plant. And so this anointing oil, and in fact most anointing oils that were used throughout the time contained cannabis. And the ceremony that it was used in a lot of cases was very interesting, because what they would do would be they'd have a temple that would be built in the south-facing end of the courtyard in most small villages, and it would be built up quite high, and they'd have an enclosed area that they would not only be burning incense in, but they would take this vat of oil and they would slowly pour it over the initiate's head. And so they'd have like really long hair, and they'd have all these robes on, and they'd basically become saturated in this cannabis oil while there's, you know, singing and chanting and drumming going on in the meantime. And they would be told that the Spirit of the Lord was entering into them at this point. And again, we're talking about an initiate who's probably never experienced anything, you know, psychoactive before in their lives, who suddenly became immersed and saturated in this cannabis oil. They'd feel wonderful. And to be told that the Spirit of the Lord was entering into them would only make them believe that much more in the God in which they were worshiping. And so this would all happen early in the morning. Then they get spun out at high noon, where they'd be at the top of the stairway and be introduced to their populace as the new initiate that became the Son of God from that moment. They'd be glowing in the light and would see themselves as being a son of God from that point forward. And so this was the anointing ceremony. If you want to read more about the anointing ceremony in cannabis, you can check out hempology.ca, buy my book through our store there, or watch more of the videos. There are more to come. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. Bye now.